Welcome back. If you're joining us right now, this is KTN's Colin, and today we're talking matters to do with the National Olympics Committee. At the same time, we are taking a look at what is happening in the world of sports. Before the break, we were talking about the issue about doping, and yes, that is a big menace in the country, not only here in Kenya, but also all over the globe, because doping, yes, we've seen how even high profile athletes actually get to be caught in the bad books in regards to using substances that they are not supposed to use. Now, this is just a team that actually won the National Olympics Committee election, part of the team. But let's just take a look who won what in the different fields. Because, yes, we have the president in studio with us. That is Paul Tergat. He was elected president. Remember about him. He was elected unopposed, but he is not He's not going to do that work alone in that office. You have the likes of Shadrach Maluki, that's the first deputy president. Waithaka Kioni, he has done a lot in matters of volleyball. He's the second vice president. Francis Paul defended his seat. His deputies here with us in studio. That is Francis Mutuku, and also Anthony Karioki is also here with us. He will be taking matters. He will be looking at the finance docket. Remember, they are saying they're confident they will do justice in the different roles. Shaib is, and also Paul Otula and Winnie Kamau, they are the committee members. They got the elective vote, and matters to do with Deputy Treasurer Paul Ruambo is also there. We also have in studio with us the women representative Ruwal Humphrey Hayang, and also Helen Obidi. They are the athletes representative. Talk about the male athlete and also the women athlete representative. I know a lot will be expected from this team. They come in a time that a lot has been happening. Negative matters have arisen in matters to do with how National Olympics Committee did their things, but they are saying their style will be a transparent way of doing things. Let's listen in what one man, Kipchoge Keino, he has been at the helm of this National Olympics Committee for quite a number of years, about 18 years. Now he's going out, but he has a simple message for this new team that will be taking charge in the National Olympics Committee.
Thank you so much for a lot of work you have done today. We wish you the best. My office bearers who are leaving, we thank you for communication. We thank you for what you have done. I personally feel that you need to sit down and plan for success of this country. I wish you the best to improve. We need to fight against drug abuse. We need peace and love and unity. If you have anything, sit down around the table, discuss, and clean.
Yes, you'll say those are words from a wise man. He's saying if you have issues, you need to sit down, sort those issues, and we'll do that in a just way. Talk about issues. One of the big issues that this National Olympics Committee that is just leaving office had is how they manage the national team. We had a lot of issues. We had teams go out. The rota has people you don't know they belong to which federation or to which sport. Rawal, how well are we supposed to handle the national teams? What should we do when these teams actually travel for international events?
They have to, first of all, start preparing. Like next year, we have a Commonwealth Games, and I'm sure federations, they have been given a notice, information, and they must have started preparing the athletes very well in advance, like that. Mm-hmm. And I think whatever the arrangements was there in place, okay, people, players, they go 1 week before their event, they get used to the climate and this thing, and then when their event is over, they come back. Not everybody stays all the time during the event. They finish their time 1 week before they go, and then when they finish, immediately they come back. So I think those arrangements, as far as I know, it was in place, I think. But at last moment, some players, maybe they are coming, they have traveled, they are coming directly from where they are, they want to change the tickets, and then NOC is not aware of what is happening with their travel. So those are the things, last minute crisis, I think, may crop in, I think, like that.
These things I know may crop in, they will crop in. I know different athletes will say, we want to do things our way. Yes, we are part of Team Kenya, but we'll go to different events in our own way. But how well should we handle the national teams, regardless of what decision an athletes make, but for the better of the team? These athletes need to be handled in a proper way, Mtuku.
Correct, we agree. And one of the things is that we not come to run sports and not be sports people. We know that champions are not made at the championship. Champions are made way before the championship. Everybody in the world knows there will be Olympics in about 3 years' time. Everybody knows there will be Commonwealth. All we need to do as a committee and with all the partners who are involved in this is simply to wake up to that simple fact. It's been a common culture within our society that we do not respect timelines. Because once you don't respect timelines, then you have to do last-minute dash. That last-minute dash is where a lot of problems crop up. That's where you find, since you are rushing, even if you did not intend to do the wrong things, simply the time does not allow you to do it. So for us, it's a simple mechanism which you have to put in place. And that is within the time we are required to do any particular activities toward the national team. And the process is simple. There is a process of selection of the team, preparation of the team, sending of the team, and receiving the team back, amongst others. We need to be able to observe the timelines based on all the partners coming on board, because we know some of these major activities is not just one group.
Because there is a time frame, there is a lot of planning and things.
Yes.
But 2016, we had the biggest scandal, one will argue, but we've also had similar incidents. They call it Rio 2016 fiasco, where a team was not managed the way a lot of people expected. We even saw some official being arrested over the same. Are we now telling Kenyans that we're moving away from this?
Yes, because we usually learn from past mistakes. Normally, in life, you learn from the previous mistakes. As you are aware, that Rio issue is still in court, so we cannot really discuss it much. There's still investigations going on. I'm aware the ministry had its own probe and report. And from those reports, we'll be able to learn what went wrong in Rio. Yes.
Talgat, you've been able to represent this country for many, many years. As an athlete, I know you will know what an athlete will feel when probably you don't get your allowance in time. Maybe you go to a place, you say, this place is substandard, I'm not supposed to be staying here. Now you are the person who these athletes will be bringing these complaints to. How well are we expecting you actually to deal with these kind of issues?
First of all, I want to say that when we are sending a team outside, or even before we select a team, there is a lot of work which goes behind the scenes. And this is in regard to the support of these sportsmen. And if we don't get that right, then definitely there will be a lot of complaints coming up here or there. But the most important that we really also want to see with my own team is to make sure that these complaints should be arrested. The question of clothes, the question of allowances, the question of accommodations should be something of the past. For many years I've been in this national team. I know these things have been happening all along. These things should be able to be arrested now. We cannot carry this at this century. Where we are, things have changed completely. And we have to go with the time that we are living in.
Yes, we have to go with the time that we're living. And when we talk about going with the time that we're living, there is a tie. That is it matters in English Premier League. A game has just started. That is, it started about 15 minutes ago. That is Tottenham Hotspurs against Huddersfield. I know a lot is happening in matters to do with also the English Premier League. But let's talk about the Chelsea against Manchester United tie. That game, a lot of people are waiting to see who will have the final laugh in that match. Talk about one man, Aguero. He will not be playing for Manchester City for quite a number of months because remember he got that accident. But yes, we have a big tie. Chelsea against Manchester City. What do we expect in this match? Chelsea against Manchester City. I know the managers are very confident that they will be able to get maximum points. And when you talk about maximum points, Chelsea, they want to defend that title. Manchester City on the other side, they are saying we have made a new signing, not even one, quite a number, and you're also confident that this league is ours to take. But remember, Manchester United is also saying that we are part of this party. Chelsea against Manchester City. Which kind of a match do you expect? Take a look.